conservative new media peeps and MMA fans all around the world. What is up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the MMA expert. First of all, there's so much to talk about right here. Dana White, in my personal opinion, made some explosive comments about Jon Jones. And I'm going to deal with that in a second. First of all, my personal opinion only, not alleging facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment purpose only. Please check the disclaimers. Dana White, UFC 151 is canceled. Okay, I did a couple videos on that. Dan Henderson hurt his knee, can't do this fight right now with the UFC light heavyweight champion Jon Jones. Apparently, Chael Sonnen was offered to Jon Jones as a replacement fighter to keep UFC 151 going, or at least that's what I understand, in my personal opinion. Reportedly, allegedly, maybe. And apparently, reportedly, Jon Jones said no. Dana White had a press conference, and I'm going to link, I have a link in the description where you can hear Dana White for yourself, okay? See what he has to say. Now, I wrote down here 2 quotes that I believe, hopefully I have them correctly here, in my personal opinion, from Dana White. Now, I'm going to do one video on this first quote and a second video coming on this second quote. To me, these are totally explosive quotes. I mean, when this is from the UFC president about Jon Jones, the light heavyweight champion of the UFC. Let's deal with this quote right here. This is what Dana White had to say about Jon Jones not taking the Chael Sonnen fight. I believe this is what it's in reference, in my personal opinion. Quote, "I've never seen anything like it in my life." That is the president of the UFC saying that about Jon Jones. How big of a statement do you feel like that is? What kind of message do you feel like that might be sending Jon Jones, Greg Jackson, his coach, other fighters in the UFC? What do you believe that Dana White is saying about Jon Jones with that quote? To me, that's a very strong quote. That is a very strong quote. I listened in the press conference a couple times, and at least that portion of it, that clip of it that I have, and I'm putting it in the description. In my personal opinion, Dana White is not happy. In my personal opinion, this is a situation where, and I'll save some of this for the next video, but I mean, I think that this, look, this is what I want to say. To me, and maybe Dana White's saying some of this, I don't know. To me, this calls into question a lot of things about Jon Jones. To me, maybe some fans might question, as we talked about in the last video, is Jon Jones scared of Chael Sonnen? Number 1. Number 2, do you feel like this maybe calls into question Jon Jones's quote-unquote heart as a fighter? Number 3, I believe Dana White at some point in that interview was talking about, look, Chael Sonnen's moving up from 205. You're supposed to be, you're a champion. You're supposed to be one of the top fighters pound for pound in the UFC. I mean, does this call into question Jon Jones? Okay, and what do you think Dana White is saying with this statement? How strong of a statement is it? And what do you think this might do to Jon Jones's fan base? And what do you think this, how do you feel like Dana White feels about Jon Jones right now? I mean, let's talk about it again. Quote from Dana White, "I've never seen anything like it in my life." Wow. That is strong. That is a strong statement in my personal opinion. Where are you at on this? What are the implications and ramifications do you think of that kind of this whole decision by Jon Jones, and what do you think of that statement by Dana White? You tell me about that. In the next video, we're going to talk about another statement that, in my personal opinion, is just as strong from Dana White, and there's a lot to talk about on that one. So you tell me where you stand on this. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion. You're watching Conservative New Media. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it to your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And stay tuned, because I think you're going to want to hear this next video where I talk about this other quote from Dana White about Jon Jones. Wow. That's all I can say. Stay tuned for that. That's coming up next.